Hey there, Aquarius. How are you? We're going to get started on your love reading for the month of October. Aquarius, let's begin your reading by choosing a tarot deck. I would like to use the Zombie Tarot. All of the decks on my table are Halloween and horror-inspired decks in honor of Halloween this month of October. And for you, Aquarius, I'm drawn to the Zombie Tarot. I'm going to leave this little booklet out because I might want to read out of it. All right. Aquarius, this is your love reading for the month of October. What insight, foresight, guidance, revelations do we have for the zodiac sign of Aquarius this month of October? I'm seeing an iron, like somebody ironing or an iron. Now that could certainly be very literal, like maybe, ironing is something significant for some of you. And it could also be very symbolic. So look up the meaning of ironing. Like just me thinking about it right now, when you iron, you're trying to smooth out the wrinkles from clothing, right? So you're trying to smooth out some imperfections. So look at it symbolically for many of you. That's how it will apply. All right. Aquarius, Holy Spirit, what insight, foresight, guidance, revelations do we have for the zodiac sign of Aquarius this month of October? Or whenever it is that they find themselves listening to this reading, watching us, Holy Spirit. Let's see. Show me the present moment. What is of most significance, of most importance for Aquarius? I think that's the Tower. Oh, no. I thought it was the Tower because you see all those buildings. It's the Five of Hazards. It's the Five of Hazards. What? Okay. So that is why I left this book out, because some of these decks have, instead of pentacles, swords, cups, they have things like hazards. Five of Hazards. So let me see what that is. The Five of Hazards. Okay. That might be the Five of Pentacles. The reason I say that is because there's a woman there and it looks like her back is hurting. Like she's like, oh, she's like that. And the pentacle suit has to do with the body, and specifically the Five of Pentacles could have to do with physical pain. All right. Poverty, financial loss, anxiety. We've come to another turning point. The Five of Hazards represents desperation and the inability to find a happy place. When you're wandering the dark and lonely city, it can seem like there is no end to the carnage and mayhem, but buck up, little zombie slayer. The next alley just might have the escape route you've been searching for. And then here we have the Page of Wands, and there's a zombie baby on a high chair, and they're munching on a bone. Okay. Right at the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Cups. And to me, this Knight of Cups looks like they're coming for the rescue, especially with that wave there. Okay, so Five of Hazards, my dear Aquarius, absolutely. I mean, it's a hazardous environment, isn't it? For somebody, it is. This Five of Hazards, for many of you, this is you this month of October, this time around. And, well, you're experiencing some difficulties for sure. So much so that you could be feeling them as stress in your body, back pain, headaches, things like that. So this is like a external manifestation, an internal external manifestation. Okay, the Five of Hazards. external, internal manifestation. I'm sorry, guys. What am I trying to say here? You guys, I hope you guys understand. It's like a physical manifestation of what is going on internally with you. So pay attention to that, guys. I think this Five of Pentacles is just bringing attention to you, my dear Aquarius, about, stress that you're under. And well, it's the Five of Hazards. That's a hazard, guys. So please take care of yourself. This Five of Hazards. This specifically, many of you, some of you, there's something about your back, like just don't work too hard. I'm hearing, I know you're a very hard worker, but just this month of October, it's important that you take it easy on yourself, because there might even be a possibility of maybe some sort of injury, not because you're weak physically, but sometimes you're so spaced out that you're maybe a little bit clumsy, or you're just prone to injuries because you're not like fully there. So I feel like that's what that Five of Hazards is. And then here we have the Page of Wands. I feel like many of you feel like there's a lot of responsibility. For some of you, that could certainly be, a child here, but it doesn't have to be. I'm just seeing this Page of Wands as certain responsibilities that you have that you cannot neglect, like a baby, right? Those of you that have a baby or have taken care of a baby, especially at this age right here. Oh my God, who cares what you feel like? Who cares what you're going through? Like, your attention needs to be on that child. So yeah, for many of you, that's kind of how you're feeling. You're like super, burdened, I should say. And maybe you feel like you can't really catch a break. And well, you can't neglect let's just say your responsibilities, or just things that you have going on. Like you can't neglect those things. All right, let's read this Page of Wands. Let's just see what that it says. It says youthful, high goals, need for growth. Yeah, for many of you, you're focused on your goals, and well, you're sticking to them no matter what. Need for growth. This little charmer doesn't let a little thing like being confined to a high chair hold him back. He has his eye on the prize and won't stop until he acquires it. He's hard to resist, and his youthful innocence may coax you into helping him get what he wants. Hopefully, it won't cost you an arm and a leg. He has a habit of biting the hand that feeds him. This card may herald need for growth, to do things yourself and not be reliant on others. For many of you as well, this is a love reading, right? So I feel like this Page of Wands could be an actual person in your life, like your significant other, a romantic partner. This is a relationship reading. So this is somebody that you have a relationship with of any sort. Could be a friendship, it could be a family member, it could be a romantic partner. Point being, it's a person in your life that I feel like demands a lot of attention. Maybe it's just this month of October, or for others of you, that's just kind of how they always are. The Page of Wands. The card did say this one has the tendency of biting the hand that feeds them. And here we have the Five of Hazards. So, look, if this, let's look at it like this. This is a mother, right? Look, she's on the floor and she's picking up trash, and she's like, oh my God, that's a lot of stress. Physically, they're burdened and they need a break. So what advice would you give this, let's call them a mom. But again, you don't have to be a mom, okay? I would tell them, hey, you need help, or, get somebody else to help you. Get somebody else to help you. And for many of you, that's not a baby. That is a grown ass person. So, well, there needs to be more involvement, more help. in this situation, guys, because it feels like you are breaking your back. Yeah, you're breaking your back. Look at that. You're breaking your back for, in this situation, for a person that is incredibly needy. And it's like it's kind of like their nature, or that's just like the way this person is. What I'm trying to say is you're not going to catch a break they're not going to give you a break. They're not going to give you a break. For many of you, that Page of Wands is work. This is a love reading, right? But again, sometimes these things kind of, intertwine here. Work, romance, and, what happens in your romantic life affects your career, your work, and what happens at work sometimes affects your career, whatever. Apply it to, your situation. Page of Wands. This could also be you, my dear Aquarius. This could be you wanting to, okay, like my mind went blank right now, so I'm going to take that as a sign of I wasn't supposed to go there. All right, let's see. Let's get another card. So that's the present moment, guys. You need a break. Pretty much, you need a break from something, someone, because it's taking a toll on you. You need a break. Absolutely. There is somebody incredibly needy. Now, for others of you, cross-watcher, this could be the Aquarius that just needs a whole lot of attention. Like they need a lot of attention. They're always getting into trouble. For some of you, this is an actual child, your child, somebody else's child that is like, at a certain age, and they're getting into a lot of trouble. And this could be causing issues in your love life. All right, let's continue. So that's the present moment. All right. Whew. We have the Five of Cups. Guys, look, Five of Cups. And here we have a woman and a child, and they're at the cemetery. There's a bunch of tombstones, and they're grieving. Wow, this Five of Cups. And then we have the Chariot. Let's read out of the book. That's, these are special decks that I have on my table that I don't usually use. And, I want to share these with you guys this month of October. This is the Five of Cups. Let's read it. It says loss, sadness, and grief. Many of you, you are, you are, I'm getting that for many of you, there's, you have, a lot going on emotionally. You might not be in the best place. And, it's like you need attention. You need attention. You need support. And, everyone around you needs that as well. So I get that for many of you. You're like this caregiver. You are used to supporting others, being there for others. I'm also getting that many of you don't know how to speak up and ask for help. You might be having trouble. You're like this Superman, this Superwoman. But listen, you don't have to do this all by yourself, okay? Five of Cups, all seems lost. The mood is black. Things aren't going as you'd hope, and you're faced with utter disappointment and cursing your mouth-watering limbs for tempting the zombie horde. Obsessing over the past can only cause pain. Turn that frown upside down and look to a future free of disgusting walking corpse. If you grieve too long, your sorrow may swallow you up. Yeah. Like right now, I'm also seeing like somebody that is going through like a breakup, or they're heartbroken. And because there's been a loss, whether romantic or in another relationship. And you're just trying to make it through the day. You're just trying to get through it. And it's like super hard with this Five of Cups. This Five of Cups is saying, like, one, you're grieving at this time. Have compassion on with yourself, especially so here with this Five of Pentacles. And know that there is a need to release the past. Many of you, you're doing that now, okay? And that is the process of grieving. Now, for others of you, I'm also getting, you might be, you know, in a relationship where you're being overexhausted, and you know, it could be, again, with this Page of Wands here, that's incredibly needy. And well, you're having to, for many of you, release and let this individual go. But it's very difficult. Now, here we have the Chariot, and we have this wagon here, and there's a bunch of zombies there, and they're burning rubber. You see that? And they're getting ready to go. So that's you. That's you, my dear Aquarius. I'm getting, again, that, like, either you are in a relationship or you have just left a relationship that was not replenishing you, that was not fulfilling you, that was actually taking a lot from you. And well, you know, many of you won. Again, you're in it now, but you know, you could be with somebody, guys, and be grieving the loss of a relationship because you're kind of there. You haven't, like, physically removed yourself. But just because you're with somebody physically, like, there, it doesn't mean, you know, that you have not let go or released. So that you're either in the relationship, in this type of relationship, or you have already made that decision on some level, okay, to release this, to let this go. But you know, it's hard. Either way, it's hard, right? Either way, it's difficult. And I'm getting that for many of you, this person might still kind of be around a little bit. Yeah. And with this Chariot, I feel like for the most part, this is like you right now. You are focused, you are determined to, you know, leave the past behind and to, you know, just move forward as quickly as you can. Now, something that I'm noticing is, do you see that coffin there? It's coming out. So for many of you, it's like you're still carrying the weight of the past. That is by having, I'm hearing, an individual around. Now, you know, to release somebody, you don't necessarily have to release them and say, like, get out completely out of my life. Like, I don't want any part. I don't want you to have any part in my life, especially, you know, if there's children, or if it's family, or, you know, if it's a friend, a really good friend. You might just, like, need a break. But you know, I'm getting that for many of you, you're carrying the, you know, the past. We could say something that's already, you know, ran its course. You're carrying it. You see how the coffin is there, and as they're leaving, it's like it's sliding out. So it's almost like there's, like, the past is still, like, holding on. Like, the past is still, like, holding on a little bit. It feels, yeah, it does. You see, so that's you. Again, I feel like for the most part, you've made up your mind that, you know, you need to get rid of some things, perhaps some people in your life, a person, and because they're no good. They're kind of like, I'm hearing, mentally, okay, exhausting you. They're kind of like feeding off of you. You're realizing, and again, it's just taking a lot from you. And I'm hearing you don't have, like, a lot to give at this time. You don't. All right. And that's because, guys, you need to give to yourself. So it's kind of like you have to make a choice. Am I going to give to that person, or am I going to give to others, or am I going to put my energy here, in this situation, or am I going to give to myself? It's pretty much what I see here. And I feel like for the most part, you're making the decision to, of choosing what is best for you. But again, it's not easy. But you know what? Don't hang on to that. Like, life is not easy. Situations are not easy. But you're doing it. That's what's important. You are doing it. So focus on the positive, on the things that you are getting right. Okay, let's see. A lot of mourning, a lot of grieving. For many of you, again, you could also be grieving like something. Maybe, again, there's a child, or I'm hearing a dog, or just something, okay, that is hard to like release it and let go. But it's like you have to, right? Because you're trying to get away from you have to get away from a certain situation or a person. Okay, so let's continue. Something that I just noticed, let me show you. You see there? That's a zombie there peeking. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, there's things from the past that you're still carrying with you that are affecting you right now. The past, okay? I'm hearing the ghost, okay? The zombie of the past. We have the Two of Hazards, and then we have the Death card. The Two of Hazards, which is the Two of Pentacles. And here we have a gentleman that is a zombie that is enslaved. Do you see that? And then we have the Death card. And we have the Five of Swords. Goodness gracious, guys. I'm telling you, there's something here that has ran its course, guys. Again, especially for, those of you, not especially, but your love life, this is a love reading. Your love life could really be suffering, and it's not because, there's necessarily something wrong happening in your love life, but I feel like for many of you, if it is like not so great, it's other things around you that are affecting your love life and making it difficult for you to, I'm hearing find love and support, because I do feel that for many of you, love is really going to heal you. Love. You need love, okay? And many of you need to make room. You need to make room for love in your life. And but you're finding that very hard, especially for those of you that are like workaholics. Two of Pentacles. And I say that because this is like being chained in a way to a desk, right? It's being chained to a desk. And that is actually like a saying, like something that people say about people that are always like working. They're chained to their desk. For many of you, this is like somebody that has you chained to your desk. It's not necessarily a choice that you made, right? But it's like, I'm hearing it's just your schedule. Like you're doing a lot. And for many of you, this is, work or another responsibility, something that, is making you, it's keeping you there. This is the Two of Pentacles. And again, the Two of Pentacles is about doing a lot. You're doing a lot at this time, but you're not doing what is good for you. Because look, we have this Five of Cups. Many of you, you need to give your time to heal. You need to give yourself time to grieve. People take time off for that. Now, you don't have to lose somebody. Many of you may have lost somebody. You don't have to, somebody doesn't have to die, guys, for you to take a break. I mean, you could be mourning the loss of a partner, of a relationship. Like, you need to, take a break. Like, really you need to give yourself that time to grieve, okay? And here, yeah, absolutely. Here we have this Death card, Two of Pentacles. It almost seems like it's like you're it's not that you're taking too much. Like, I feel like some of you might like not necessarily get offended, but you know, that might like trigger some of you a little bit. Like, I can handle this. You know, I can handle this. Yeah, like you can totally handle this. You can, but everybody has needs. I'm hearing you have needs, my dear Aquarius. You do. You have needs, and you need to pay attention to those needs. You're not like you're not a zombie. You know, you have feelings, you know, you have thoughts, you have desires, and yeah, look, you have needs. Like, and here with this death card, I'm telling you guys, there's something that you're holding on to. And for many of you, it might even be very much subconsciously, like you're doing this because you don't want to confront. I'm hearing this death card, which is, I'm hearing a relationship, something, okay, that has like drastically transformed, maybe something that you have like released already. And for many of you, very subconsciously, you're kind of like purposely not allowing yourself the, you know, the time again to process this, to mourn this, the death card and the two of hazards. Now here we have the 5 of swords, and I'm telling you, and then on top of that, guys, again, I feel like some of you might have, you know, some other, you know, some more problems. Look, here we have 2 people and they're fighting over a shotgun. They're like, gimme, gimme. This one's like, no, you give me. And look, there's a bunch of zombies everywhere, and they're trying to protect themselves, and they're thinking only about themselves, right? So that's another thing, guys. You need to, many of you, you're surrounded, okay, by people, unfortunately, that are going to be looking out for their best interests and not yours. And when that happens, when we are in those situations, guys, we have to look out for ourselves. So that's kind of like what we have here, my dear Aquarius. You really have to look out for yourself and do what is best for you. You see, they're fighting over the shotgun. So we could say that this could be you, right? This could be you, which means what? In order to do what's best for you, in order to protect yourself, in order to do what, again, best serves you, you're going to have to, I don't want to say betray somebody, but they might feel that way. They might feel that way. You might have to abandon something, you know, especially with this Page of Wands. You see, it's like, how can I abandon this baby? How can I abandon this baby? There is a certain responsibility that I have, like this baby needs me. And again, that baby for many of you is, you know, symbolic of something particular in your life. 5 of Swords. You have to do what's best for you. You have to, and look, you're going to have to maybe disappoint somebody. But listen, they're not worried about disappointing you. They're not worried about you. They're not, you know, they're not, I will even look, especially here, they're chained to that desk. They're not worried about you. I'm hearing they're not worried about your mental state, your physical state, your spiritual, mental, physical, emotional state. You know, look, this person's like, you can do more, because that's the 2 of Pentacles. You can handle this. You can handle this. And again, I feel like you can. You absolutely can. If it wasn't for this 5 of hazards and this 5 of cups, this 5 of Pentacles and this 5 of cups, if it wasn't for this, you can absolutely just keep going. But look, you need to stop and pay attention to you. What's going on with you? You need it. This is really affecting you. You know, when this happens, guys, I've been through this, you know, many of you have, you know what this feels like. Unfortunately, some of us have gone through this, you know, more than once. When you don't take the time off, when you don't take time to tend to yourself, and then what happens? You start suffering. Your mental health can decline. You know, physically, okay. Physically, you take a hit. It's pretty much what I'm seeing here, guys. You know, stress, guys, just stress in itself. I mean, stress kills, guys. It really does. Stress kills. It weakens your immune system and it puts you, you know, susceptible to disease. So that's kind of like what I see here, guys. And yeah, look, death card. Look here, the body. You see how the body is really being highlighted. I'm telling you guys. Look, 5 of hazards. This is affecting you. You need to bring attention to yourself. You need to. And again, 5 of swords. Listen. You see all these hands here? To me, that is, we can say opportunistic, as well as just energies that are feeding off of you. And others of you could as well be neglecting those that you love. You could be neglecting. You see how this woman is there and there's a child there. You could, you know, be in a place where you're, again, not only neglecting yourself, but neglecting other things in your life that really need your attention. And it's because somebody is not, you know, I'm hearing being considerate of you at all. And again, when that happens, guys, you have to really, and it's happening here, you have to look out for yourself. Look, listen, if you don't take this rifle, this one is going to take it. And they, I'm hearing, are going to ward off these zombies. And guess what? These zombies are going to get you. So that's kind of like what I'm seeing here, guys. Be very careful, my dear Aquarius. Be very careful. Because look, these hands here are not good. I'm just seeing these hands as like something intrusive, something negative that is very close to you. And if you don't do something now, it's going to grab a hold of you. Do you see that? So another thing that I'm getting is that there's 2 people here. There's you and somebody else. And, well, there's self-interest. Or we have a situation where it's either you or them. It's you or them. If I could give you any sort of consolation, you know, it would be consolation as well, you know, as give you advice that will help you not feel bad about, I'm hearing choosing yourself, doing what is best for you, is this. The other person, they're not even worried. They're not thinking about you at all. All right, so advice, like, I feel like I gave you, like, this is the star. This is the star. Look at that. I'm hearing don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. This is like a badge of honor, right? Like, yeah, it is. Like many of you, you've done great things. Okay, you've done great things. I'm also getting that for many of you, I see that you've worked very hard. I mean, that 5 of Pentacles is there. I mean, that person, it looks like they're about to break their back if they have not already. So when somebody says, man, I broke my back, like I'm breaking my back doing this, it means you're working extra hard. And, well, you saw how there's like in the 2 of Pentacles, there's a zombie chained to a desk. That could be somebody that is not wanting to like release you, let you go, or it's not like lighting up your load. They're still making things difficult for you, or they're not, I'm hearing releasing you. And what is that? For many of you, again, there's something here that has ran its course. And I feel like you've done a lot. 5 of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups. And it's kind of like many of you, this might not even be a choice, right, necessarily that you've made, because we saw that the zombie chained to the desk. It might be just a situation, a predicament that somebody put you in, that somebody's forcing you to stay in, or that, for whatever reason, you just kind of woke up one day and you're like, okay, this is what's happening. And well, you have to, we could say, stand up for yourself and I'm hearing take. Take what is yours. Absolutely. You saw that five of swords, the 5 of swords. I'm telling you, in the 5 of swords, guys, unfortunately, you're dealing with somebody that it could be an unscrupulous individual, or just, let's just say an individual that does not serve you, a situation, okay, that no matter what, it's like you have to, in a way, F somebody over. Because if you don't, right, they're going to F you over. So, it's not you're not a bad person. You're just having to protect yourself and defend yourself. Okay. Many of you, you're struggling with that. Okay. You're struggling with doing that, with taking something, okay, that is rightfully yours, or rightfully yours, or that, or you're just maybe struggling with that because, again, it's not going to be good for them, right? But listen, they're not trying to make it easy for you either. They're not trying to make it easy for you. So, what are you going to do? Are you going to, continue, I'm hearing, to take the hit? You can't. I'm telling you, you can't. Something is gonna end really bad for you if you don't just kind of like say, you know what, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna do this. And it doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't. Okay, you're not a bad person. You're not a bad person for doing that. You're just looking out for yourself. All right, let's see. Future developments. Yeah, let's see future developments. How can you expect this to be unfolding, my dear Aquarius? How can you expect this to be unfolding? Oh my God, am I happy to see that? We have the Knight of Swords. Look. Yep, that's you. Look at that. You're taking the rifle, you're taking the tank, and you're taking this pistol. You're taking all the ammunition. Look. Yep. Good for you. The Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords. Absolutely. Guys, here we have a situation where you have to remove yourself emotionally. You do. You have to remove yourself in this type of situation, right? Because if you listen to your feelings, you're going to either get hurt, or you're going to continue to get hurt. So you have to be this Knight of Swords and like buckle up and say, who cares about my feelings right now? I have to think logically. I have to be smart, and I have to, just analyze the situation. And if you do, you'll see that you're not in a good place. Okay. And you have to do something. You have to do something. And that's where we get this Knight of Swords. Look at you. Look, and it's sword energy, like air. That's you, Aquarius. Look, that's you grabbing the tank. Baby, there might be somebody in the military for some of you, or like in, like military, police, or, something like that for a selective few. Look at that, guys. You have to fight back. You have to fight back. And for many of you, unfortunately, it's you're dealing with somebody like family. It could be family that you might have to, like maybe betray, or like a really good friend, or somebody you just broke up with or are breaking up with. I don't know. It's you will have to just kind of just step in and say, listen, I got to do what I got to do. I got to do what I got to do. And listen, it's a war. We could say it's a war, and I have to fight back. You have to. Knight of Swords. And then guess what, guys? Look. We have the Empress. It's a mother and it's a child. So look, guys, the Empress, I feel like it's just replenishment. The Empress is you. This is future energy. So look, this Knight of Swords could be help. This Knight of Swords could even be the law for some of you. But I'm just seeing it as something very good for you. It's like you are taking action. You're taking initiative, you're taking action, you're removing yourself emotionally, and you're saying, look, this is what needs to be done. And with the Empress, because I have to defend what's mine, because I have to protect what's mine, because I have to protect myself, because this is what I deserve, okay? Self-worth, the Empress, because this is mine, right? The Empress, look at that. And again, I'm seeing this Empress as just you like regaining your mental, your physical, your spiritual, your emotional state. Like that's you just like recovering completely. You have to do this. I'm telling you, you have to do this now, or else I'm hearing you're gonna lose. Now that could be like you like actually like maybe ending up like what I'm hearing with the short end of the stick, or that is you ending up feeling victimized with the Five of Swords. That's you. Yeah, that's that. If you don't, that's you. That's going to be you. But look, thankfully, future energy. Whatever here is like, I'm hearing suppressing you, or, you know, that you, I'm hearing that you, honestly, I feel like you've been trying to let something go, but you have not been able to. We saw the chariot that had the casket in the back, and the door, the back of that wagon is open, and it's still kind of like holding on. We could see it like that, and you're like taking off already, and there's these zombies that you've already killed. But still, there's like this baggage that just like you need to let that go. You can't have that with you. And for many of you, that's you getting rid of it. And with the Empress, I feel like it's the best choice. It's the best choice that you can make. Listen, it's time that you look out for yourself. It's time that you love yourself, that you give to yourself, okay? That you do what is best for you. Don't worry about anybody else. Don't worry about anybody else. This is not making you a bad person. This fighting for what is right. I'm hearing fighting for you. It's not a bad thing. No, it's not. So that's future. That's what you can expect, guys. Empress and this Knight of Swords. I see you just recovering. I see this resilience. I see you bouncing back, and I see you, most importantly, guys, I see you being at peace, and I see you being happy. Look at you. Oh my God. Look. And you know, what's the Empress, guys? What have I been telling you guys from the very beginning? Like, you have needs. You have needs. You do. So this is you paying attention to those needs. This is you mothering yourself. And taking care of yourself. And guys, sometimes absolutely you have to fight to be able to do that. That is a struggle. Oh my goodness, ask me. Self-care and self-love, guys, and just doing what is best for you. Especially, you know, I'm like that type of person that I always put myself in the back burner for everybody. And I don't notice. Okay, it's like you don't notice until it starts affecting you, and then you start wondering, what is going on? What could be wrong with me? Like, why do I feel this way? And like, it's right there in front of your face, and you can't see it. So I feel like for many of you, that's kind of like the type of person that you are. You're like always giving. You're this Empress. But let me tell you, this Empress is such a rich, is such a fertile, is such an abundant energy, guys, that people take advantage of it. It is easy to take advantage of this energy because it has so much to give. But, you know, it goes wrong when you stop giving and giving to yourself. Like, I'm hearing you have this one apple, and instead of you keeping it for yourself, you see somebody else and you give it to them instead. What ends up happening? Well, you start suffering, and before you know it, you don't have nothing to give to yourself, and you don't have anything to give to anybody else. And that's kind of like the situation that it looks like we have here. But look, you're putting a stop to that, thank goodness, with this Knight of Swords and this Empress. And listen, I see you bouncing back. I see you being happy, and I see you doing you. And listen, you're going to be thriving. You're going to thrive, and you're going to be so happy. And again, most importantly, you're going to be at peace. Beautiful energy, guys. And look, we have that star again. This for many of you is like an accomplishment. This is an accomplishment. I also see it as like you're being spiritually guided to do that. Judgment. Look at this nuke here. Whoa. Wow. I'm telling you, you doing you is not going to be good for some other people. You see that? Nuke, judgment. And what is judgment, guys? Judgment is a reflection of the past. And, you know, sometimes I'm hearing, you see that nuke? People have to go through something bad for them to realize that they were doing something messed up. Judgment. So listen, do know that I don't even want to get into, like, I was about to start talking about, like, you know, there's like those people that have maybe been causing problems for you. I was about to go into it, but look, they're going to get nuked. Let's just say that. And with the star, listen, you're being spiritually guided. This badge, you know, tells me that this is kind of like a mission or something that you're meant to do. It's part of like your life. We could say life purpose. So it's part of your healing. It's something that like on your checklist that you have to do in order to just balance everything out and just to do what's right. Listen. This as well is not easy to get, right? It's not like you really have to go through something really just tough for you to get this. So for many of you, this is Spirit giving you this badge, my dear Aquarius, telling you like you've done an outstanding job. This is for somebody that has outstanding character. Like you had just really behaved in just the best, just in an admirable way. So that's what you need to know. Like you have conducted yourself with honor and admirably, okay? And this is like Spirit giving you this badge of honor to recognize that, to recognize you for all of your hard work and for how you behaved, right? Through how you remained, I'm hearing good, how you remained good and honorable despite, you know, what you were faced with. All right, let's get some oracle cards for you. Beautiful reading, Aquarius. Let's get it from here. The Vampire Oracle. Let's see. Aquarius, if you want to book a reading with me, you can do so by going to the link down below in the description box. It's going to take you to Votre where you could book a private reading with me. Woo, here we go. It says discipline. Discipline. Training, consistency, and practice. I'm hearing many of you, you know, you've it's almost like this, when you train for something, it's because you're trying to pick something up. So for many of you, it's like here, this situation has in a way been training you. Consistency and practice. Practice is like, you know, you have to keep doing it until you get it right. So many of you have been, you know, have been dealing with a situation like that where, you know, you were learning, you were taking something in and, well, you had to perhaps try, make a few mistakes, maybe not, but again, it's like it took you several tries to finally, I'm hearing, do the right thing, which is what? Do the right thing for you. So listen, this wasn't easy, I'm hearing, but you're getting it, you're getting it, you're getting it. Let's get one more card, and I want to get it from another deck. Let's get it from the Spellcasting Oracle cards. Last message for Aquarius, and then we're going to leave them. We're at 50 minutes. Wow, time flies. We have compassion, financial health. Oh, so many of you are going to be healing financially, absolutely. But healing financially, guys, oh my God, money is so important, guys. Money is so important, especially when you're grieving. Like I always give this example, like it's important for you to be comfortable. And it's important for you to be comfortable when you are grieving, where you're when you're going through something like hard. Um, sorry, it's a little bit late, guys, and I'm a little spaced out, but it's important for money is important, guys, or to be comfortable. And well, to be comfortable, you might, need a little bit of money, like, go buy yourself this, or go get this, go get some ice cream, or maybe not ice cream, go get yourself like this shake, or buy yourself all these fruits, a lot of really good vegetables and fruits, and like organic stuff. You see, that stuff costs money. But like, you need it when you're grieving, guys. I'm telling you, because stress affects your immune system. I like to give the example of life insurance, like when somebody passes away and they have life insurance, like their spouse gets like this big chunk of money, and that money is not going to take away the pain, but it's going to support them. Okay. It's going to, in a way, like, hold their hand, and is going to make the grieving process a little bit easier. So for many of you, you're kind of like learning all those things. You need to really give to yourself. So you're going to be healing financially, okay? And in healing financially, you're going to be able to give more to yourself. I'm hearing, so give to yourself. You need it, okay? Look, justice and balance. If there's some sort of, I'm hearing just legal kind of stuff here. Listen, it's all going to work out. It's all going to balance itself out. And then here we have compassion. I feel like this compassion, my dear Aquarius, is compassion for yourself. Truly, truly, truly. This is what I have for you, Aquarius. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you. As always, truly, it was an honor and my pleasure. You guys take care, okay? Bye-bye.